I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news to you guys, but most of you are going to fail in your relationships. I know you guys don't believe me, and you think over here all of us are incels and virgins who are just bitter and hurt, but you're not going to get what you want. Today what we are seeing is the breakdown of monogamy, and now we are right at the beginning of the rise of poly relationships where women are no longer going to be with just one man. I know you guys don't see it, or should I say, want to acknowledge that this is true, but this is only the beginning, and it will only get worse going forward. It is no surprise that modern women have options and men are struggling in the dating marketplace. So if anyone comes in the comment section saying this is not true, I would have to ask you what year you are living in. There is no way it's in 2022 with the amount of debauchery that's going on in this economy. For real, which woman can you vouch for that has never had more than one man at a time? There are terminologies in this so-called manosphere to explain that women are doing everything but monogamy. We have the rooster rotation, hookup culture, sugar daddy and sugar baby relationship, spoil me culture, ethical non-monogamy, and so on. Do I even need to go any further? We are doing everything but monogamy, and very few people on planet Earth had done monogamy successfully. What people practice is temporary sexual exclusivity, which means that at best, they have a temporary sexual relationship with one partner at a time until they split and move onto another partner and repeat the process. Do you guys understand what I'm saying, or do I need to break it down further? According to Google, monogamy is the practice of having a sexual relationship with only one partner. Okay, with that said, how many of you know a man or woman who has only ever had one sexual partner their entire lives until they died, or they are currently on the path towards being sent to the shadow realm? I don't know about you, but I've never known anyone who has successfully done that throughout their lifetime. Never. And I know that most of you watching this video right now don't know a single person, and that alone should tell you that we are not monogamous and monogamy is not natural to us. So why the hell are you guys expecting to find a woman who has never had another man do things to her? It doesn't have to be full-on penetration, but you guys are not going to find a unicorn highly likely. Come on, gents, when will you guys accept that modern women are gone and are never coming back in this era? Women no longer want to be monogamous. If they are, it will be for the long term and not a lifetime, which makes them dangerous, and I'm going to explain why. Listen, gents, and listen well. The women who present themselves as hoes and skeezers, and you know up front that they are leeches, are not the women you're supposed to be afraid of. What you should do with these women is put them in their proper perspective and understand that they should never be taken seriously in terms of any long-term relationships. If you are a man that knows that a woman is for the streets and you still decide to wife her up, then you cannot blame her or complain when she betrays and stabs you in the back. You have to take accountability as a man for making dumbass decisions, and wifing up a 304 will always be a dumb move no matter what. However, the so-called good girls are the real threat to you long-term. See, these women have no problem sitting up under you and playing the long game while acting like they are your ride or die, and she'll be with you no matter what. But you guys don't know that you're walking into a trap, and these women are the most dangerous in the marketplace. You would think the gold diggers and the 304s are dangerous, but these women are not getting married at a high rate. It's the so-called good women that are the ones you should never trust under any circumstances, because when the relationship doesn't work out and she decides to file for divorce, which most of them do, she's going to cost you the most money and the most pain out of all of the women you can possibly deal with. A so-called good woman plays the long game because she knows there's a much bigger payoff if she can make you commit and put seed in her belly. In California, for example, if a woman stays up under you for 10 years, she was entitled to lifetime alimony. Yes, you heard that right, lifetime alimony. Meaning, you would have to pay for a woman who you are not pushing her insides to her esophagus until the bish gets sent to the shadow realm or you croak. I heard they are now steering away from lifetime alimony, but it's still a lot of years you will have to take care of your ex-wife while she has dudes pinning her knees back to her ears and giving her that donkey long my brother. A whore would not cost you anywhere near as much money as your good wife because she would not stick around long enough to get those benefits more often than not unless you busted in her raw and created a future slave. This leads me to the next way that the so-called good woman gets your back, and that's by making you put babies in her belly and then put you on child support. The awful truth is this: most women will not divorce you without getting to the investment phase of the relationship where she knows the bag is secured, and there's no better investment for a woman than having a child. When your wife has a child, She is guaranteed child support by the government for 18 to 21 years, depending on your state, and she also gets someone who can help take care of her when she's older in case she ends up as a bum in her old age. And women know this, so a so-called good woman that is playing the long game will sit up under you and give you that wet vice grip to punish and abuse all you want. But at the end of it, she will want multiple kids so she can get as much child support as possible. Oh yeah, the more many you that you guys create, the more money she knows she will receive when it's time for her to switch up on you and toss you out of her and the kid's life. Am I lying? I'm sure that at least one of you has been ramrodded in the family court and ordered to pay a significant amount in child support to your co-parent just because she had your kids, and you guys never saw it coming, but this was all according to plan. You guys are unaware that women plan the divorce before you go on bending knee and walk her up that aisle. She has it all figured out, and her mother, female family members, and divorced friends all coach her on what to do and how to divorce your goofy ass and come out on top while you were in love and thinking you were gonna be together forever. That's why Coach Greg Adams has the term sleeping with the enemy. Your good wife has already planned to use you to get to the next level while she's allowing you to F the living crap out of her, eat her pea sleeve and rearrange her back door, and she goes to bed lying on your chest at night plotting and scheming to take you down. Literally praying on your downfall the entire marriage while pretending like she loves you. That is a cold RP that many of you had to learn the hard way and didn't see coming. So trust me, you do not want a long-term partner because when they leave you, you'll be living in a hovel, in your car or on the streets while she and the kids have the entire house to themselves. That's how dangerous these women are, and men fall for it hook, line and sinker all the damn time. Most men do not think with their big heads. Instead, they make love and hopium make the decisions for them. Even with the divorce statistics and lack of benefits in marriage, you guys shooting up your arm with hopium will dive right into marriage, hoping you won't become a statistic. Well, I got a newsflash for you hope strategists. Most of you will lose and fail in marriage and relationships and die alone anyway. What more evidence do you guys need to see that you will get effed if you decide to commit? Even your own kids will betray you and take their mother's side more often than not. So what's it going to take for you guys to learn that women are not coming back to monogamy and playing their role as your wife and a good mother? Modern women have zero problems getting a wedding, but most of them do not want to be wives and have you rule over them. That's just how it is. You can either accept it, live the free agent lifestyle and prioritize yourself, or get your whole life torn to shreds by your wife or girlfriend. Going back to the original point of the video because I had to go off on the hope strategists, monogamy is no longer what modern women want, and they are now gearing toward having some form of polygamous relationship where she gets to enjoy benefits from multiple men while being sexually liberated and free. Now, this shouldn't shock you because women have been doing this for a minute, which is nothing new. Every time you have a wife that has her husband paying to house her, and she has her work husband that's rearranging her guts, that's a form of a poly relationship. What about the 304s that cheated on you guys with a sugar daddy or a Chad? That's poly. What about the women with situationships with multiple men who serve different purposes? That's poly. So women have been doing this for a long time, and some of you also have been participating. But now it will be more out in the open and accepted by the sheeple of society. And it will only get worse from here on out before it gets any better. The dire state of the economy is pushing women to choose the path of least resistance, which is to sell their bodies and be with multiple men to get the most resources they can get. If you go on Seeking, you will see women wanting sugar daddies and openly selling themselves under Sykes. Some of them are either married, in an open relationship, or ethically non-monogamous, which is the same as polygamy. That's where we are right now, so you can say we live in a poly society that is monogamous in the eyes of the public and on paper, but on the dark side, we are all sharing each other, man. Free agent lifestyle for life. I don't have to deal with any of the BS. You hope strategists can pray and hope you find your good girl, but I'll be in her guts too, just letting you know. The gents will be busting nuts all up in your girl's wet vice grip, and she'll never tell you all the nasty stuff I'll be doing to her. So keep hoping. You're gonna get your feelings hurt when you find out I had her eating booty, and you kissed her when she came home to you. Alright, I know I just pissed off most of you guys, but in all seriousness, I'm on monk mode, so I'm not the man you should be worried about. It's her male friends, play cousin, work husband, her ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, Chad, Tyrone, Pookie, Ray, her roommate in college, and so on. Yes, some of your girlfriends and wives have experimented with their female friends and were a part of the Alphabet Brigade at one point in their lives, or she's currently doing it. You guys know I'm right. So again, the fact that I can come up with so many men means it's over. I didn't even touch on their personal trainers, the bouncer at the club, the pool boy, and so on. You will probably share your girlfriend or wife with somebody else at one point in your relationship. That's where we are right now, and nothing will stop that. Because women will always choose good sex over a life every day of the week. And if you watch the movie on Netflix called Sex Life, you would know that once she's been in these streets, she will always go back to the streets. The solution is simple. Brothers, you can join them and go over to the dark side and be a part of polyculture or go monk mode and never have sex again. That's the solution. You're not going to get a virgin or a woman with only 2 or 3 sexual partners in her past that will ride it out with you until you croak, so just give up on that pipe dream and wake up to reality. The best you guys are going to get is a woman that will temporarily be sexually exclusive to you until the lust wears off and you guys break up. That's it, so do what you want, but don't you dare complain when you get screwed over. I gave you the information, and now you can't say you didn't know. Subscribe and turn on the bell notifications if you want to see more hard-hitting RP content. If you want to support us with your wallet, all you need to do is go in the description, and you can donate via PayPal or Cash Apps. And for our true supporters, we have part 1 of this video that you can watch and learn how women will swindle you, so go watch this terrifying truth of modern women is only getting worse right now to learn how you get finessed by modern women.